welcome to my channel, Love Storyteller Tarot. My name is Jeanette, and I just want to say a warm welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you for joining us, and a big thank you to those that have stayed with me throughout the year. And I just want to say, you know, I'm very empathic, and I read your emails, your messages, your comments, and my heart truly goes out to you, because I know the heartbreak as to the reason why I do this, and I never ever share anything to gain sympathy or you know, to gain anything from it. It's only to share my story, my wisdom, my knowledge that I've learned from it, and if it helps and serves others, then, you know, my job is done. So yeah, I'm really touched. You know, somebody I read a message this morning, this is the 9th of November today, and you know, my heart goes out to that person, and you know, talking about true love, and you know, I just want to say about that, you know, I like those that have you listened to me for a while, it's about, you know, I always say, take the romance out of romance. It's what's left that's important. In other words, it's not the romantic heart. Yes, that's a part of it, but you know, the most important thing is the spiritual heart. And as you know by now, I get my messages and signs and symbology through films. I take the romance out of it, and then I see the message. And you know, the one for true love, the film I love is it's Richard Gere and Diane someone. It's called The Road, what's it called, The Nights in Rhododendron or something like that. I don't know how you pronounce it. And you know, it's a love affair, but what really touches me is, you know, when the part where she's in the you know, she's heard that he's died. I hope I'm not doing spoilers, and it's an old film, so I think it's fine. And you know, she's upset, and her daughter just cuddles her and doesn't ask for anything, doesn't say anything, and then she gets the box out and shares the pictures and the story about him, and you know, she says, hang on for that love, hang on for that type of love. And the bit that, you know, because she's saying she had a chance to go back, even though it was her husband that cheated, you know, that she could have reconciled if she wanted to, but you know, Richard Gere, the part he played, he's saying, you know, you deserve better. He got her to get back in touch with her creativity, her feminine side, and you know, they both helped each other and healed each other, but unfortunately the relationship wasn't destined to be of long. I think 4 days, I don't know, and then the actual letter writing in that. But you know, so she said, hang on, there is a love that's right for you, and it's not about the romanticizing of it, it's about finding that person that is right for you, not this new age stuff, you know, that's really romanticized what relationships are about. And the bit that touches me most is that when, you know, when she's on the beach and the horses, the sandbank horses, come running by, and she said they never go up there. And you know, that was a sign, it was a message from him to say that he's okay, because you know, your loved ones will send you signs. I work very much with symbology, so you know, hang on in there. I know sometimes it can be tough, and you know, I'd rather be a reader that feels those feelings and can empathise with others, and yeah, that's part about being vulnerable. You can't have intimacy without being vulnerable. Now this is a super moon. The full moon, super moon, is in Taurus, which is a sign of stability, and it's a very earthly sign. And the super moon means, you know, it's huge. It's going to be huge. It just means that it's going to be closer to the earth. Sign of Taurus is the earth sign. So how I read that symbolically, and it's rare, if I'm correct, don't quote me on it, I think it's something like 20, 30, 20, 34, something like that. It won't come around again. So you know, so this is something that is rare, something of quality, because Venus rules Taurus, so it's something of quality, sensuality, it's the fine arts, it's really good quality stuff, and that includes love and money. So something of quality, something of value that's around stability is getting closer, because, you know, it's a super moon, it's very close to the earth, so more so than a normal full moon, you know. And the moon is all about releasing and letting go. The moon is the feminine. It's all about the emotions, it's all about feelings, and within and without. So yeah, so I just wanted to say that, you know, don't give up hope. And for my readings, I've just put my prices up a little bit for newcomers, as in, you know, to cover the charges, but once you're a returning client, then it goes back to what it was before. So those that have had readings with me before, you know, you just come back in and press the return button. And I do thank you all for your support, and you know, having readings with me and my channel especially. Thank you for your likes, shares and subscribes. It's your gift back to me, and your lovely comments and emails. You know, it just lets, well, certainly me, but it lets the reader know that they're doing, you know, making a difference in the world, I think. So let's get on and see what this reading is going to be all about concerning love, as in the romantic kind. What are the most important messages, please, Spirit? I did try these before last week. I did the full moon and the new moon in Sag, and I was heartbroken because they were good readings, and the first one didn't record, and I couldn't use the second one because they'd gone together. So I was talking about the full moon one in Taurus in the Sagittarius new moon one. So that just wants to flick out. So I'm gonna accept that. I don't know where it's gonna go. It's the star in reverse, because this can be about false hope. So let's have a look, see where that's going to fall. Most important messages, please. You know, or somebody losing faith. That's what I really sensed. That's why I was talking about true love, really. And you know, the kind that's well, true love is to yourself first, and that's the key. You know, you're unable to be with somebody else if you're unable to love yourself. So you know, the most important relationship is to yourself, and I go into all of that in my book, and fingers crossed, I think that's starting to move now, so something's happening with that, but I'll keep you informed. Yeah, so this wanted to jump out, it flicked out. I'm going to take it as the first card, so I think this is connected to the past, as in the energies coming in, so which includes the past. So somebody has lost hope for a new beginning, a fresh start. They're not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. You know, they're just they're not, oh woe is me, it's not the victim energy I'm sensing. It's just a general either acceptance of a situation, of a new beginning, and so it can be like just accepting, oh well, you know, this is the way it is, where I am now, what's happening to me now, then that's it, that's the way it's meant to be. Because with the Hangman, that's, you know, that's very much that you're in the right place. You know, you don't need to struggle, you don't need to try and wriggle out of the thing. So but yeah, because she upside down is facing to the past, but it's like, because she's naked on here, so I think this person has expressed themselves, and you know, has been naked, as in sharing their innermost feelings, and put themselves in a vulnerable position, and now, you know, the containers will be going the other way, the water can't flow, so that's, I feel, is the first card, is what's going on. We've got another reversed. Yeah, so you know, I really sense that's what it was. This is the emotions. This is the Eight of Cups, which is, you know, all about upright. It's all about walking away and walking in a different direction. You know, on here, these stars follow it like a road, like a path, and then what's in between is the crest of the moon. But this is your star. This is your soul star. I can't get my words out. This is the soul star, this bit here. I'll just turn them up for a minute. So again, you've got, you know, there's stars on both. It's darkness. You're in the dark around this full moon, concerning something that's really you're wanting tangible, you know, something that you're wanting to come into your life, around security, stability. And yes, you've got to find that within yourself first. You've got to find that in your heart, by loving yourself. And then, you know, home is where the heart is. It's where you're connected to yourself. You can live anywhere in the world, in any situation, as long as you stay connected to your heart center, you know, your soul star. But on this one, you know, yes, emotionally, and that's why it's called like the Pilgrim card, because, you know, you're going on that journey, and it can be a physical journey, or it can be just a spiritual journey. So I think this is more of an emotional spiritual journey. But we've got the dolphin there, which is very healing, and the dolphin is the Empress card in the Animal Tarot, which is interesting because that's, you know, the dolphin is of the sea, and yet the Empress sits on her crown in earth, but it's still nature. It's just saying it's connected to water. So, and to me it looks like a face where the rock is, but that's where she's heading, and that's the soul star. You've got the same. I see these as the chakras, the journey of your, you know, the journey of the Fool goes down, wakes up and goes down the spiritual path, and throughout that whole journey of the tarot cards, to get into the World card, he's going through these chakras, and he's working on them and going through them, she, you know. But this both of them were in reverse, so that's walking away. This is about the past, because it's facing the past, and maybe somebody's walked away from a situation. They've actually couldn't take it anymore, or gave up hope that anything was ever going to change, and in some ways, I can't remember who said it, you know, it is a bit like throwing the baby out with the bath water. You know, it is that sort of scenario, in reverse. So maybe somebody has walked away when it wasn't the right thing to do. That's what I wanted to say. Cut their nose off to spite their face. Same sort of thing. Yeah, definitely, because we've got the Two of Cups, but this, you know, this can represent, even though I read them all together, but this can represent sort of, you know, the energies that are coming in, that includes the past, and then this is what it's moving on to, and it's upright. So for some, because it's a general reading, you know, at the end of the day, my readings are for you to listen to, and then if a thought pops into your head, or a feeling, or someone pops into your head, then write it down, because those are your own personal messages, and if they don't resonate, then you know that it wasn't for you. But it might be somebody around you, and then you can support them. So you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be you, it can be somebody around you. But it looks like on here, on the water, that it looks as though the stars are shining brightly on here. But this is all about a union, and it you know, it can be people coming back, but it's the two. It's something, you know, they're giving of themselves to each other. But these are two people that, you know, have got to know each other, or will be getting to know each other, and then they decide if this is what they want for each other. They're handing over their hearts. The cup represents the heart, and you know, they're giving of themselves on an emotional level. So very much water in all of these. This top line is all to do with water, is all to do with emotion, and you know, water with the earth, when there's floods, it gets all clogged up and it gets mushy, and it takes a long time to re-soak back into the earth. And you know, if it's that bad, then it has to be pumped back out again. But Mother Nature will always rebalance herself in the way that's right for her. But that's Aquarius, you see. Aquarius is all about thinking outside the box. They're very much humanitarian, and visions of what can be and come, and very much technology around technology. I think we are going to be going into a Mercury retrograde, I believe, in Capricorn, but I'm not sure. I haven't checked it. I'm sure there's been 4 this year. It started with Capricorn and it ends with Capricorn. And that's significant, because you know, the year has been about pragmatic, being practical. The readings have all been about that, you know, not the pie in the sky stuff, or the airy fairy new agey stuff that's not realistic anymore for the days that we're living in now. You know, it felt like the 60s when they did all the flower power stuff. and yes, I'm a 60s child, but that's what it feels like. And now, you know, it's all about, because I personally, it's just my view, it's just my viewpoint. I meant to get my manuscript out, but yeah, I think I'll leave that to next time, and then I'll just show what my opinion is about it. But yeah, so this is the future. Let's see what's going on. But that's all about water. This is about waiting for your ship to come in, you know. This guy's waiting, but he can see the ships. He can see that something's coming. I feel great excitement, which I would not know why, because you know, the situation I'm in, I wouldn't expect to feel excited, but I do, and I'm just concentrating on those wonderful feelings, and you know, so that spirit can come in and guide me in the right direction. So, but this is 3, you see. The 2 has been established, and always the 1 wand is there. That's you, the spiritual one, the creative one, your spirituality, basically, that you create with. So, but yeah, this is about being proactive, though. You can't sort of just rest on your laurels. You can't just stand there and do nothing. You've achieved some form of success, and it's very much the Enterprise card for me. So you've achieved something, but that, you know, you've got to think about, well, where do I go from here? And it's to do with love. It's who's going to be coming with me, because the 2's behind you. And that can be a business partnership, the wands are. So, but somebody's given up hope or lost hope to do with their ship coming in, wanting to, set sail or jump ship. Someone wanting to, because of the 8 of Cups in reverse, someone wanting to set sail or jump ship. But this is all about being proactive. It's like saying don't give up. Keep focusing on your Enterprise. Keep focusing on what you're here to do. And we've got the 5 of Wands. Yeah, because this, again, it's the fire. So we've got water, we've got fire. It's all about that, what's at the heart of the matter, and as to why things are happening. It's a lot of competition. So there seems to be a lot of competition about in the world, and that's true. So, but this is like the shadow side. So a lot of people's shadows is what's at the heart of the matter, as to why relationships aren't working, as to why someone's walked away, possibly regretting that, you know, because people are awakening. They don't know how to handle this fiery energy, you know, because these are all different aspects of yourself. And there's ones with helmets, and there's ones that don't require it, don't need it. They have the confidence to ride out any storm, really. But yeah, in a workplace, it can be people that, you know, in competition. They want a certain job, or a promotion, and then they're in competition with other people. But you know, you really don't need to be. You just need to be checking, because this card's very much about being triggered, and pettiness. So pettiness in arguments, in relationships, if you're in one, if you're in a marriage or a long-term relationship, then this is what's causing a problem. And yes, you can be competitive with each other about being right and wrong, and etc. So it's very much what's at the heart of the matter, and as to why somebody's walked away, that possibly wasn't meant to walk away. A lot of reverse cards. Yeah, we've got the Ace of Cups in reverse, because this is about excitement, newness, you know, the birth of something. But it's the energy. It's not tangible, but it is underneath the 2 of Cups. So, and that's in reverse. So something's not being able to develop to the next stage, because this is in reverse. But we'll have a look as to why it is. Well, why it is this 5 of Wands is getting in the way. People's sabotaging relationships due to their own hurt, their own spiritual growth, you see. So maybe some have awaken to a new path and a new way of doing something, and then the ego comes back again, and it's like, oh, you're back in that place again. It's a bit like Cinderella and the rags, and you know, from rags to riches. It's waking up and thinking, no, I don't want to be Cinderella anymore. I don't want to live that life anymore. And then, like, you go to the ball, you've learned a new way, you're getting excited about new beginnings, and then for some reason you're triggered, she's triggered, and it's like, oh, and then you're back. You were at the ball of life, you were dancing, you were with your partner, enjoying yourself, and then all of a sudden you're back in the you know, running down the stairs, and you're back in the pumpkins back, and you're back to square one. You're back to the rags again. You had a taste, and that's about not feeling good enough, because the Five of Wands is about not feeling good enough. And then you know, you can't believe something is the way it is, and then because you're caught up in the past and lost hope, and you know, are you ever going to meet this person? But this is about change, you see. So somebody wasn't wanting to change. They wasn't wanting to start an enterprise or be a leader in some shape or form, because this is about delays. It's about not wanting to change, being fearful, you know, unable to juggle a situation. It's just reminding me of Eat, Pray, Love, when they're on the beach and he's got the boat and he's wanting to take her over to the island. And you know, she said, why do you want to do that? And he said, because I love you. And she's unable to express herself, and then she goes back to what's his name, the healer, and he says, she said, I couldn't keep my balance. I just couldn't keep my balance with the relationship and being spiritual and being, you know, and he says sometimes, you know, when you fall in love, then being out of balance is part of being in love. So but it's hard to juggle it sometimes, especially if you've been on your own for a long time. So to be, you know, to gently get back into a relationship and to juggle things, because the key is not to give up on your own life when you meet somebody new. You do need to juggle. You do need to. You welcome the change, and you feel those feelings and work through those issues without it damaging the relationship. So, but that's 3 cards we've got in reverse. The fresh start in love, due to change. Due to being afraid of change. We've got the 2s in both corners. Star card is 17 equals 8, which is the 8 of Cups next to it. So very much those cards go together, the first 2 cards, you know. But that's in darkness, and that's, you know, that can be fear and worry to do with the past. And is it going to be repeated? And but you know, the 2 of Cups is in the light. The light is brightly shining. I mean, that could be, if people are coupled or thinking about having a baby, that could be that this couple wanting a baby, a fresh start, new beginning with the baby. Then, you know, that isn't happening or won't be happening. They might be planning it, but it's just not happening. So that could be to do with conception and early stages of pregnancy, or it could be, you know, I'm sorry to say, if somebody, you know, miscarriages, things like that, really, because it can't stay, the embryo can't stay, and and blossom and grow. So for some it might be for those that are in a partnership and wanting that, you know, baby, that new beginning. So for others it will be a delay while something's being worked out, because this is what's being worked out, is this. So and it corners the two corners, you see, and that's what's in reverse. But we've got the Hermit. The Hermit, he represents Virgo. Year 9, we're coming to the end of year 9 now. It's very much been the Hermit. I think there's been a lot of people that have been a bit like back and forth like a ping pong ball in relationships, and nothing, Taurus, nothing of stability, nothing of grounding, of building. It's been on off, back forth, and because this is the teacher, this is the old soul, this is wisdom, you know, this is ancient teachings from way back, and he, you know, he learns via his experience. But it's the light, you see. Again, you've got these cards that are in the dark, and he's in the dark here, and he's stood on snow, which is cold, you know, but he's got everything he needs in his sack, but he needs that light. He needs the light. This can be isolation. Well, like in reverse, it can be isolation. You're not going out, you know, you're depressed. You don't want to be around people. You're sat at home on the sofa watching TV, maybe eating that comfort food, not wanting to socialise, and that is in the here and now. But it's upright, so it's to do with, you know, an emotional situation that you've maybe shouldn't have walked away from, or not shouldn't, I don't like the word shouldn't, maybe something on an emotional level to do with, you know, the inner wounded you, where a lot of people have had to retreat and stand back to do the healing, really, to go within, because only this will bring the balance anyway. But there's fear around change. And we've got another reverse card, the 10 of Cups. 1, 2, 3, 4 cups. Well, this is not getting the happy ending, you know, because this is a rainbow, and the rainbow is about, I see it as the chakras, it's the hues, it's about mixing the sun and the rain that gets these rainbows. And it's 7, it's no coincidence that it's 7, and you know, all those cups are full, and there's contentment, but there isn't contentment around a family situation. So, because this is all about family and people that you're emotionally connected to, that you have feelings for, that you care about, but there's something that's not right in the family situation around love. So there is not the contentment, because we've got the Ace of Cups in reverse as well. So feelings are shut down, the good feelings are shut down. There's only the emotions at the moment, because of the 8 as well. Between 8 and 10 is 9, which is, you know, the happiness card, the wish fulfilled card, and it's not here. So as I said at the beginning, that card did jump out. Somebody's lost hope, because if you look at all the reverse cards, somebody's lost hope. They've walked away and maybe regretted it from a relationship, thinking that their ship was coming in and maybe something was said, you know, petty quarrels and arguments that reverse this situation, that's now the change can't happen, maybe somebody's been too isolated, you know, maybe something was said and then too isolated, and this happy contentment, feeling at home and getting on with the family isn't there. Maybe because somebody isolates themselves too much or retreats too much, and nothing can be dealt with on a practical Taurus level. Oh dear, I can't see the time. Where's my glasses? I get channeling and I forget where I am. Yeah. Here's my favourite not card. Oh dear me, look at him. He looks so sorry for himself. Why this is all happening is because of this chappie. Male or female, whoever retreats, that, you know, as soon as change is about, they sabotage and they walk away and they retreat, and then as soon as the change is about, and then there can't be change, there can't be change, and because of this holding on pattern, this you know, this is about the material world, the material life, and he protects his heart with this coin. Even his base chakra, he's got a coin across his base chakra, which is all about manifestation, and you know, and it's a bit like the two coins are there, the two coins are on his feet. And he's stamping on them as though to say, mine, 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 you're not having it. So and yet fools are stability, you know, Taurus is about stability, but this is in reverse, and things can't, that's the affinity number. You've got to balance, you've got to continuously, that's about the flow, there's got to be give and take, give and take, give and take to keep things moving, shake things up. But this is more of an attitude. It can be to do with finances and somebody thinking, well, no, you know, if I, you know, it can be on an emotional level too, because we've got these in reverse. If I open up and share my feelings, then I don't know what's going to happen. There are no guarantees, and I prefer to retreat into my own world, and I know that pattern, I know that behaviour. It's too scary. These dragons of mine that need hugging, really, you know, they're too scary for me. I'd rather hold on and hold on so tightly that I can't allow anybody into my life, and then I'll just work my butt off, and you know, I'll be a workaholic, and yes, I'll have all these material things in my life, but I won't have a fresh start. I won't have my cups filled. I won't have the emotional completeness. I'll only ever have the financial security. So that's the why that's going on. So let's go a little bit deeper. What is recording? Yeah. Fingers crossed, I pray it records. That was so disheartening when you put so much effort into a reading and the preparation time, and then, you know, yourself, and then you give of yourself, and then the camera hasn't worked. But hey ho, everything happens for a reason, and sometimes we can't see that, because this is the book of the unknown. It's closed. And, you know, I was saying about guarantees, there are no guarantees in love. You know, we might want that happy ending, that happy ever after, but maybe you need to let go of this rainbow image of the perfect 2.2 family, and, you know, that sort of story or scenario, because we live longer now, and for those that are younger, younger. Some maybe it will be for happy for forever after, but for others, it might be something that you're needing to learn, and maybe it's only that person that can teach you something and you can them. It's not always about you. Sometimes it's about you helping somebody else, but this is all about the unknown, and love is a risk, and people want guarantees. They want to Botox their relationships in, like I say, when you first meet somebody, you've got to be naked. You've got to be naked in the beginning, and you need to be saying, let's be honest now at the beginning, because that's when you'll know whether you're right for each other. But people tend to think, oh, let's put the masks on, let's be this way, but show our best showcase of who we are, and let's hide these shadows, and then we'll bring them out later, and they might already love us then, so it won't matter. No, 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 no. It needs to be the other way around. It needs to be tell them, show them. What's it all about, and you need to be asking the questions of them. Because what's the point of going any further, trying to build something, because you're building it up, that tower up on a false mask. But this is all about the unknown, and this is also the book of patience. It's about being patient, but only you can decide whether a work situation or a love situation has tested you, and but it goes back to what I said at the beginning about true love, and true love is patient and kind, not to be walked over, no way, but a lot of people feel uncomfortable in the unknown. I'm in the unknown at the moment. That's what I said. I can't believe I feel my heart chakras open. I feel excited. What is that all about? To do with circumstances, then it doesn't make sense. But you've got to have the patience. You've got to be ready for that book to open. And yes, it could be it could be a storybook, it could be anything. It could be a book of knowledge, it could be the Bible, in some shape or form. It could be anything, but it's unread in one sense. So this is why the person's given up hope, is because of being in the unknown and not seeing anything tangible, and thinking, well, it's just not happening due to, yeah, there you go. This is all about arguments, battles, pettiness. What's the book? Don't sweat the small stuff. It's about discerning for yourself what's really important, what isn't, choosing your battles wisely. It's not about winning every battle. You can win the battle, but you won't end up winning the war. It's about getting balance. But yeah, there has been arguments. There's been friction. That's what's at the heart of the matter. Yeah, there we go. This is the road. This is the pathway. But I sensed and felt, because it's the Eight of Cups in reverse, that somebody was on the wrong path. Simply put, somebody's on the wrong path. So it's not upright, which would suggest, look, she's walking down that path and they're in synchronicity and things are good. But I'm getting a sense that somebody's walked away when they weren't meant to, down this path, because of the unknown, because they don't know what's going on. Yeah, see, there's nervousness, there's chatter. Yeah, again, these two together is saying, you know, about the wrong turning, taking a wrong turning to do with love. So, because there's nervousness, there's chatter, there's nervousness around a relationship, and you need to calm down. You need to use your wisdom concerning it. But yeah, somebody's taken the wrong turn because they were living in the unknown and thinking this new beginning, this fresh start is never going to happen, and unfortunately the fears has got the better of them. Yeah, and this you know, this is about something being stolen, something being stolen. So something to do with an enterprise, something that's meant to happen. This enterprise is meant to happen, and it could possibly be around a physical book. So it could be for those who, you know, write or whatever, or sell books or whatever it is. It could be around that physical book, but this again is the unknown, you see. And this is about destiny. You see this card as destiny, a relationship that's destined, that's not happening. It's delayed. It's delayed because of going down the wrong path. It's delayed. And this is to do with the woman. So it's the woman that's scared of change, because this is all about change on the upright. She's managing, she's juggling, she's being able to do what she needs to do, but in reverse she's not able to do it because of something to do with this enterprise. There's definitely been arguments that separated a couple, or separated if you're going out with somebody. But there's this path is in the here and now, or will be around this time. Yeah, this Hermit has been all about wisdom, but those two together is not good. Is as somebody not saying, somebody not telling the truth due to that. Oh, but the sun is on there, so it's not meant to be that way. You know, the sun is the masculine energy. It's about giving growth. You need the sun for the rainbow. You need the water as well. We've had a lot of water in this reading. But they're saying optimistic outcomes, and this is the outcome card. So it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. You know, your destiny, what's meant for you, will not pass you by. Let's have a look what's going on underneath. Well, this is around an invitation. This is a social invitation. You know, and we got the stork on the Hope card. So somebody waiting for, wanting to give an invitation, or to do with this man. I think man or woman. You know, this is the miser card. It's the holding on card, and yes, sometimes you do need to be that way to save for something. You've got to be that way, otherwise you don't reach your goal. But you know, this is about taking flight, a journey. It's around an invitation, and he's holding on too tightly. Right, we haven't got any kings or queens come up, so let's just have a look, see what this heart of the matter's all about, and then we're getting to the oracle cards. Oh, well, there you go. The sun's come back up, and it's on this argument, so it's not going to be as bad as you think it is. So if any of you are going through it, because it's the present, it's the here and now, it's not going to be as bad as you think it is. There is going to be a positive outcome, optimistic outcome. The sun is going to shine again. Yeah, because we got that. But what it's going to take, because the pages are about messages, but it's a message more from, you know, well, it's around creativity, so it could be to do with that project, but it's a message. It will take a message, and in reverse it's not, because that's facing the past again. So you've got to, maybe things aren't as bad as you think they are, so you can be your own worst enemy. You've got to be positive about things. You've got to remain positive, even if you hear something you don't want to hear. Remain positive, and it's to do with, by the looks of it, around independence, you know, because this is large scale business. And if that is anything to do with this Three of Wands, which is about a new enterprise, then, you know, with a new enterprise, sometimes you've got to speculate to accumulate. You've got to fork out to get something off the ground. But it's to do with this woman, I think, because it's at the Two of Coins is in reverse. So something's being stolen from her to do with this enterprise. That because of that won't bring this change about, and it's around independence, and I'm saying independence financially is why those that's the way it is there. So let's just have a look at this Four of underneath. Four of Coins, because of finances. Yeah, that's a message, you see. The Eight of Wands is about movement. The Stork is about movement, but it's in reverse again. A lot of these cards are in reverse, possibly because somebody's walked away. They've made a wrong turn in, so no messages are coming through. This invitation isn't coming through. Somebody's holding on to the past, holding on to their feelings, holding on to a certain pattern. And you know, it's around justice, and that can be court cases for some people. It can be the legal system around justice, or it can be the karmic justice about balancing things out that's meant to be balanced. Yeah, around the Empress, you know, the Empress is above the Queens. So you know, she's like royalty, and she does represent Venus and Taurus. Venus is the ruler of Taurus, so which is all to do with, I see her as Mother Earth, sort of Gaia, and but that's where the justice is. So that this is a woman in her prime, in her full blossom, in her full glory, feeling good about herself, and you know, feeling good in her body, eating well, eating healthy, around fertility, if she's wanting to become a mother, you know, getting ready for that stage, if that is something. But whatever, if that was, I'm so sorry, if that was a miscarriage, please be reassured, then that was part of destiny. I hope it isn't, but if that does cover that, then you know, my sympathies with that, because I just watched that film. Oh my goodness, what's it, The Light Between Two Oceans or something? Oh, whoa, so emotional, so up and down, so emotional. I would recommend seeing that film. Very, very touching. But anyway, I don't know why I said that, but there you go. Let's have a look, see what the romance angels want to say. I feel as though I've had verbal diarrhea today. So let's, what would you like to say, please, romance angels? concerning love, concerning this spread. Yeah, this wedding card keeps coming up in personal and in on the YouTube channel. So this situation involves a marriage, so it's either representing a couple that's married, you know, and that's trying maybe for a baby and wants a baby. It could be representing that, or another situation is around a woman and change and independence. But whatever this situation is, you know, it does involve marriage, and it could be that some of you with the 5 of Wands in this argument is, it's time to look at your marriage. It's time to look at marriages if you've been married more than once, or your own parents' marriage, you know, that ancestral karma. It could be that, or it could be that, you know, you are going to meet somebody that's going to lead to, because Taurus is about stability, that's going to lead to a marriage. And this is, when this card comes up, it's like a reassuring message from the universe that don't worry, you know, don't worry about it. It is coming. It is going to happen for you. So yeah, oh my goodness, I just did that one because I thought, should I have another one or not? Yeah, definitely honeymoon. So that is definitely a marriage. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So, you know, you get, it means that your relationships go in. And some of you, it will be a second honeymoon, you know. If you can sort this situation out, it could mean that it's a second honeymoon. But yeah, it's definitely confirmation from the universe, because I started off about true love in that story. And they're just wanting to say, you know, hold tight. It is on its way. It's confirmation for those that, you know, value for them marriage, as in they need that to be in a monogamous relationship. For those that do, around their stability and security, so that they're able to become the Empress and blossom and grow around this 9 of Pentacles. This lady is what they're saying, I feel. If you want to ask your question, this will be your answer in some way. So pause for a minute, deep breaths, and then ask. Oh, within the next few weeks, and that card did come up when I was did the other readings. So yeah, it did say, so it's within the next few weeks, within this month, or there soon after. So whatever this situation is involving, that's why they're saying, you know, hang on in there. That was the message at the beginning from Spirit. Hang on in there. It is within the next few weeks. Something should be showing itself. So but let's just have a look, see what the angels want to say. Yeah, so it's focus. You know, keep the focus on what it is that you do want, how you want a situation to turn out. You know, don't focus on the things that the negative, the things that you don't want. Keep your focus on, you know, the positive, and maybe do some affirmations. Affirmations are good as long as you do the inner work, you know, work on that 5 of Wands. That then affirmations are good to help with that. But they're saying, you know, you need to be focusing on what it is that you do want, really. So let's have one from the Earth Angels. Keep the focus on what it is you do want. And that's in all areas of your life, not just love. Ah, awakening your true self. So keep the focus on awakening your true self, because this is the higher, this is the heaven, this is the earth. So, you know, they're saying awakening your true self. You are waking up. This other person is waking up, but always keep the focus on you, because you know, when you start to give your power away and saying things like, oh, am I right for this person, you know, you're actually giving your power away. Then the focus is this person right for me? You know, and it's about looking at the, like I say, looking at the good character, not just the personality. You'll get your answer. But yeah, your true self is awakening, and that's the focus you need to keep going. Let's just have a look, see what Archangel Michael wants to say. I don't think we've had him for a while, to be honest with you. I can't remember, because I do the personal readings as well. So innocence, well, it's about getting back to innocence, you see. It's about getting back to innocence. Dear God and angels, thank you for helping me see that all of your qualities of pure love and light are reflected within me and all others. Help me embrace my God-given innocence so that I may be at peace, because it's all about peace. Because I've seen so much on about mental health at the moment, and you know, I think one of the sayings for the focus thing is I'm able to focus my mind at will, something like that, because mental health has become horrendous, and the programs I've watched and the people I see and talk to, even standing in one of my supermarkets and for the homeless and collecting food for them this week, and somebody come up to me, we had a conversation, and you know, saying that they'd been sectioned 3 times, and then you know, the Frank Bruno thing, and that he'd been sectioned 3 times, and my heart just goes out for them. I've had depression myself, so I know. But you know, it's about bipolar, it's about emotional disorders, and so that's where I say sometimes the reading might not be about you, it might be about somebody else, and it's saying to demonstrate your love. Find out what is important to the people you love and act on it. And I was just saying about that, you know, it's what's important to them. Oh, feeling all emotional. 48. I like to read it because it's the last card. Yeah, it's saying sometimes people give clues about what it is important to them. It could be listening when they have a lot to say, talking, taking a walk, helping with chores, or planning to go on a vacation. Pay attention to what others are telling us can help us understand how to love them for the better. It's about finding that healthy balance. Okay, then, there we go. I'm sending you lots of love, and I do wish you true love for yourself, first and foremost. Please put your thumbs up, likes and share. I really do appreciate it, and it's your gift back to me. I do have on my website a donate button now, so if you're happy to, then I'll leave that to you. Okay, I'll see you back here in December for the elementals. Lots of love. Namaste.